I can't stop my momentum.
Hi, I'm David Marillier, and I used to be a prison warder. They used to call me a jail baba, and after that I was a shopkeeper, and now I'm back to being an investigating officer for a company in Durban. My story would be, if I was to title it, I'd call it Pitch Up and Let God Do the Work. Liz and Terry, my daughter and my wife, came to his church, and I stayed at home because I wanted to remain a Catholic, but I allowed them to bring the little children, Kale, Cami and Cleo, to his church so they can be churched. I didn't like the loud music and all the bunny hopping. As time went, they continued to invite me to come to services, and if it was Father's Day or Mother's Day or birthday, I would come to church just to do them a favor. But there was also these invitations from guys that I met, like Phil and Eddie and Dave Tappan and other guys in church that used to invite me to church, but I was very suspicious of these guys because they were reborn Christian people, smile too much, and they all the time they're happy, and that irritated me. As time went on, I visited one night, but I used to come even when I was a bit tipsy at that time, in those years. One night I came to church and Frankie was preaching, but before he could do his main preach, his wife went up and she had a word, and that word was for me. After the preaching, I gave my life to the Lord, and my whole world changed, but I still lived the life I was living. I still visited, I still checked up on the guys that were sending all these invitations, and until one day his church was doing Alpha in Marion Ridge. Jake phoned me and asked me to help Liz, my wife, to be a leader of a small group. I thought he was smoking his socks, to be honest. We went to the first evening, and afterwards I said to Liz, these guys in our group, they do not know about God, and they don't know, and I need to make sure that I'm not giving them the wrong information. So I decided to come to church, and I've been here ever since. I also became a little bit of a bunny as well, but that's not too hectic. At the moment at church, I volunteer with my best friend, that's Eddie, and we park cars, and we love to park cars. Sometimes we lay hands on cars. One day, a old folksy the brakes failed and rolled and bumped a member's car. We decided to separate the car, fix the little dents that there were, and put the cars back where they were before service started. We did tell the owners though afterwards, just to make sure. Right now, it's a difficult period in my family's life, but we know that with God's help, we just can't keep pitching up, and because God's our provider, He's just delivered on everything. He's given me a brilliant son-in-law. He's given me a lovely family, and I just feel that if we just keep pitching up and we just keep doing and we're just being faithful to Him, He'll just do everything for us. Thank you.